Okay, I don't think anybody's here yet, which is good. I am going to try and figure out how I can see people. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to do this. I've never done this before. In case you're watching this later, we're gonna try and figure this out for a minute. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Nom, 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 nom. All right. Hey, cool. Okay, I think I can see. Oh no. But now you're hearing me double. Okay, hopefully that has fixed it. Is anybody on? Hello? Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna turn on some lights and pick out a page. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Hi, Meg. How are you guys? I just decided to live stream and I've never done this before, so yeah, bear with me. I've got a paper towel for some different mediums in case we're going to do something funky, but I want to pick a page. I was thinking I'm off today from work and I wanted to color, and so I was like, all right, I'm just going to live stream it. I got this book from Emily and I thought this was like super appropriate to do for just some like really simple coloring. So we're going to try it. Hey, Michaela. Hey, Michelle. Hi, everybody. Wow. What are y'all doing today? Ooh, there's a cake. Can y'all hear me okay? I just want to make sure that y'all can hear me because I can't hear myself. I have to turn my volume way down. I may do that. I'm thinking of doing like a birthday cake. It is a cute book. This is from Such and Such Diva. There's that one too. This one looks fun though. That one looks like a birthday cake. Can y'all see me again? Hi. Okay, so sorry about that. I think what I did, I have an Apple Watch and I hit the dial on the side and it turned my camera on. So sorry about that. I think I'm back. And somebody just give me a thumbs up or something just to kind of say like, hey, cool, I'm here. Hi, Mandy. Okay, cool. All right, y'all can see me now. So sorry about that. I was like, why is this not working? Okay, let's see. So, perfect. All right. I'm gonna just grab my color chart here and we will go ahead and get started. And so I figured I was going to do a, hey, Anne, how are you? I love her emoji. That's amazing. Yeah, and Anne, I will send you these. My goal is to try to get all of these done before I mail them to you. And I'm just being super slow. So I'm going to try to do my best to get that done this week. You are my motivator to get the rest of my color charts done. So I figured I was going to do a color chat for my birthday. So I figured, well, it might be a little bit better to actually just do it with you guys because I'm home by myself. My father-in-law's here. My father-in-law lives with us and my two cats are here. But I don't really have anybody at home right now. And so I figured I might as well just come on and chat. It's so rare I get to do like a live or have undisrupted time because of my kids. So this is awesome. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to choose. Let's just start with number one. So number one is yellow. I'm just going to look at what I choose for his yellows with Y107. I'm just going to use my Cali art markers and just keep it really, really simple and easy. Easy breezy, and we'll try to, I don't really have a time limit today, so I may stay on here for a while and just have people pop in. So feel free to just come and go as you please. But yeah, today is my birthday. Many of you guys may also know it is Star Wars Day, or like unofficially Star Wars Day. That became a thing somewhat recently. My birthday never used to be Star Wars Day. I actually used to call my birthday Cuatro de Mayo because it's always the day before Cinco de Mayo. And I love Mexican food. And I know Cinco de Mayo is not really just about Mexican food, but it was always an excuse for me to go and get tacos. So I always loved it for that reason. But it is also Happy Teacher Appreciation Week for those of you who are teachers or have a teacher or loved one in their life that is a teacher. And then Nurses Week is also always typically the week of my birthday. It officially starts May 6th this year, which I think is a Thursday. It kind of starts at a weird time this year and kind of goes into next week, but it's fine. I actually went shopping today, and I went to Vera Bradley to go pick up a couple of gifts for some friends of mine, and found out that Vera Bradley does a 15% off discount for teachers and nurses all the time. And then right now they have a 25% off for teachers and nurses, and you can use that on top of their sale items. So I got some really, really pretty blankets. I got one for myself and then two for a couple of my girlfriends that have birthdays these next couple of weeks. And they are normally like $55, and I think I got them for $28. Which I thought was a great price for the blankets, like those big, soft, plush blankets, not like this kind of like ugly blanket that I have right here. I always have a blanket. I'm always cold. I'm always a cold person. Okay, let's see. Mandy says, Lauren, do you have a brother? I do. I actually have a twin brother. His name is Adam. He is my twin. I already said that. I am older by 1 minute. My mom had a C-section, and yeah, I was born first. I was born 1 minute sooner than my brother, and it's just me and my brother. I don't have any other brothers or sisters. My parents kind of felt like, well, we got a boy and a girl the first time around, and so they felt like their family was complete after that. And so it is just me and my brother. My brother is probably the polar opposite in personality to me. He is extremely laid back. And he's kind of like a jokester. Like he never really takes anything that serious. He's always kind of joking around. And I used to always joke around with him because my brother always dated my friends. And if you have a sibling that's close in age to you, did you have the same problem? Because my brother, I felt like, just waited for me to make friends so that he could date them. He actually married my roommate in college, my sister-in-law, Melody. She's a nurse, and we went to nursing school together. And we were roommates in college, and he married my roommate, which actually ended up working out because we were really close friends and have been close friends all this time. I'm actually going away for a girls' weekend with her in a couple of weeks. And yeah, it worked out for that. But I used to always tell my friends, if you're going to date my brother, I don't want a part of your drama. Because I used to always get upset that it was like, you know, they would date my brother would break up with them, or something would happen in the relationship, and then they would come and cry to me, and I'm like, I'm not taking sides. Y'all can figure that out. Do you guys have twin telepathy? Absolutely not. I don't know anything about what my brother's thinking, like, ever. He's super quiet. And so no, I don't have twin telepathy with Adam. He's his own person, and sometimes he makes decisions and I go, like, that's what you decided to do in that situation. But regardless, I mean, he's a responsible adult, but My brother's just kind of funny. He's one of those people who has a tendency, we're somewhat alike in this way, where we have a tendency to overcomplicate things. But my brother's kind of to an extreme. He has to have everything precise, everything a particular way, and if it doesn't go that way, it really bothers him. Oh, and Michelle, it's your father's birthday today. That's awesome. That's great. Happy birthday to him. May seems to be a really, really popular month for birthdays. Meg, isn't it your birthday? I feel, well, not today, but I think, don't you have a birthday in May? I feel like I remember that. I remember hearing that you had a birthday in May. Apparently a good month to be born. Girls' weekend sounds fun. I've never done one. My husband and I are such good friends. Difficult for me to want to do things without him. I know that makes me weird. No, it doesn't make you weird, Tammy. I usually vacation with my husband. I'm not huge on like girls' weekends and things like that, but this is a lot of my really good girlfriends, and none of them are bringing their husbands, so it would be kind of weird for me to go without my husband. The only thing that I feel bad about is that my husband has to be with my kids. That he'll have to be with them, but it's just for a night, so it's not that big of a deal. We're just staying over one night. Hey, Michelle! Happy birthday! I know, Michelle, you have a birthday in May. I'm telling you, it's a good month. It's a good month to be born. I had a really good birthday weekend. My family lives close by. My parents literally live within like 10 minutes away from me. And so we celebrated my birthday this weekend and went to my parents' house, and my parents ordered fajitas from a really good local Mexican food restaurant called Pastimes. If you are a Houstonian, you will know exactly what that is. There's a big family called the Pappas family, and they own a chain of different types of restaurants. They have like a burger place, a barbecue place, a steakhouse, a seafood house. They have kind of everything, but their Mexican restaurant is called Papacitos, and they make some of the best fajitas. Of course, down here in Texas, we get a lot of really, really good Mexican food, and it is my absolute favorite. Oh, Meg, your birthday's in January. Well, happy belated birthday. Sorry about that. I don't know why I was thinking your birthday was in May. I just keep thinking everybody's birthday is in May. Your husband's birthday is May 16th. All right, good for him. That's awesome. One of your dogs has a birthday tomorrow. Oh, that's great. Meg, what kind of dog do you have? I'm curious. I love dogs. I have 2 cats. Actually, I do have a cat story. So I will tell you, I do have I don't know, my husband's going to kill me if he hears this. I have a 3rd cat. Sort of. Or he's going to laugh. So I've always said I'm not a cat person. When my husband and I got married, we've been married now for 12 years. He lived in an apartment most of his life. And so he was never really in a situation where he could have a dog. And there were a lot of stray cats around. And he didn't have any siblings. So his dad let him have cats. And so when we got married, he had 4 cats. 2 of them were older and they were brothers. And then he had this cat Star, which he's like a really beautiful cat, all white with these like stunning blue eyes. And then when we were dating, I convinced him to take in another stray cat, and his name is Shasta. And so I had 2 older cats and kind of 2 younger cats when we got married. The 2 older cats have since passed. They were 17 years old. Both of them had cancer. So we're down to what I consider a normal household size of cats. 4 was just, that was way too much for me to keep up with. I couldn't stand all the cat hair everywhere, the constant cleaning, you know, all those things. And then, so we've just had kind of two cats. And so recently we've had a cat. Oh, what does Meg say? 2 Boston Terriers, Lily and Breezy. Oh, that's cute. I love Boston Terriers. Those are really cute dogs. So we recently had this cat a few months ago kind of start hanging out at our house. Just kind of showed up on our porch. She was pretty small at the time. And so she was coming over and just kind of meowing at our doorstep for attention. She was pretty thin too, and so we started feeding her. But she was like a really, really friendly stray. I don't know if she belonged to somebody or was a kitten that somebody couldn't find a home and they just let go, or what the situation was. But kind of started feeding her, and now I work from home right now, and so every time I would go downstairs, kind of during a break for lunch and make myself lunch, I would hear her again at the doorstep crying. And so I started feeding her breakfast and lunch and sometimes dinner. Sometimes she was kind of around, sometimes she wasn't. Well, come to find out, she made herself around the neighborhood pretty good. I live in a really, really large community, and she would walk up and down, like at least within 3 miles of where I live. Like she got around. We have like a community Facebook page, and I was kind of asking and seeing, like, does this cat belong to anybody? She wasn't tagged. Trying to figure out who did this cat belong to. I kind of thought maybe she got out, and was somebody's actual cat. Well, nobody claimed her. Everybody just kind of said she's just become this kind of neighborhood community cat, and everybody loved her. Well, one morning, my husband walked out of the house and saw a big male cat kind of coming after her. And so I was like, oh no. So she's clearly a female. She was starting to get a little bit of age. And so I was like, she's probably in heat, and she's probably got some males kind of coming after her. So I started to get concerned. I was like, I'm not going to stop feeding this cat. She's super, super sweet and super nice, and we enjoy having her around. So I started to look online to see where I could get her spayed, and kind of called around a few places and talked to my grandmother, who's a huge animal lover and does a lot of work with the SPCA. And so called her, and she found through her groomer this lady that works for CAPS, which is Citizens for Animal Protection Services. And what she did is she took the cat to go get the cat spayed and all vaccinated, and then she gave her a dose of heartworm medication and kept her overnight. And that was all for like just a $20 donation to their organization. So that was really easy. And so I went and got her spayed. So my husband makes fun of me because he's like, because I always tell him, I was like, it's not my cat. And he goes, okay, you say it's not your cat, but you went and got this cat spayed and vaccinated. You feed her every day. I even got her like a little cat bed, elevated cat bed, because she was sleeping. I'd put a blanket on our porch, and she was sleeping on this blanket, but when it would rain, the rain would kind of get the blanket a little bit wet, and I'd have to clean it. So I got her this little raised cat bed to sleep on, and she sleeps there during the day, and then at night she's gone. She goes and visits other neighbors or does other things, and even sometimes during the day she's gone during certain parts of the day, but for the most part she sleeps during the day. But she's not my cat, but kind of my cat. Let's see. Hey, Michelle, thank you for the birthday wishes. Michelle, lots of Michelles on here today. Would not recommend more than 3 cats. Yeah, cats are a lot, especially when they're all indoors. Like I said, my 2 that I have here, Star and Shasta, are both indoor only. They don't go outdoors. And then obviously this other cat, I call her Socks, because she's all black, but she looks like she has these little white feet, so we call her Socks. She's outdoor only. I don't let her in the house just because my 2 boys are older now. They're like something like 13 and 17 years old, I think, somewhere around there. And so I don't want to have them have stress and to have another cat around. So yeah, and all of my cats have their claws. So the outdoor cat, obviously she needs her claws. My 2 indoors also have claws, and so they have torn up a piece of furniture. And so I did learn one trick. If you have cats or animals that like to chew or claw on stuff, I just put a blanket over the side of my furniture, and they don't like it because it's not solid enough, and it keeps them from scratching my furniture, which has been nice. So when we moved into this house, I did that because they really ruined one of the sides of my couches by scratching it up. Michelle Bloodworth, I have 8 cats on Keep My Mouth Shut. Yeah, that's a lot of cats. That's a lot of cats, Michelle. Michelle, are they all indoor? Are all of your cats indoors? Are your cats indoors, outdoors? Do you do a combination? Because that's the other thing that I've kind of thought of. I was like, I do have some friends who did like indoor and outdoor, and that wasn't as bad because they were outside a lot of the time. This little outdoor cat sock, she desperately wants to come inside. Like, she really wants to come inside the house. I definitely wasn't going to do it when she wasn't vaccinated, but now that she's been vaccinated and everything, I'm kind of like, if it gets really, really cold outside one day or something, I might be tempted to let her in. Leroy doesn't fall through the blanket trick. He gets under the blanket and scratches. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. See, cats are so freaking smart. I've tried all sorts of stuff. I tried, like, the lemon Lysol on the side of the furniture. We tried these little sticky tapes. We tried, a spray bottle with water. We did the pheromones, which are like Lysol plugins that I guess emit some sort of hormone to make them calm. That didn't work. We tried all of that. No, only 3. The others come in to eat and go back outside. Yeah, see, it's not so bad when they're indoor and outdoor. And you have 5 indoor cats? I didn't know you had so many indoor cats. That picture, Anne, you posted of Oliver sleeping with you in the bed, like that you wake up in the morning like that. Oh my gosh, my heart almost burst. Like, I literally almost just died seeing that. That cat is so tame and calm, or at least he looks it. I love that cat. There are some cats that are just absolutely a joy and absolutely wonderful. And then there are some that are just terrors. My cat Star, who's beautiful, he's white and has these just like stunning blue eyes. I'm going to try to go get him in a minute. He's sleeping on the couch next to me right now. He's a beautiful, beautiful cat, but he is so talkative and so loud. In the middle of the night, he likes to hunt things. So he likes to hunt. I have, a 10-month-old daughter. So a lot of like her little toys and plushies and stuffed animals and stuff, he will go find them around the house, grab them, and then my husband and I say he sings a song of his people. He does these loud meows to let us know that he's hunted something. And I'll do it at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, dude, like, we are trying to sleep. Like, it's bad enough that my daughter doesn't always sleep through the night. I don't need a cat screaming, in the middle of the night. It's crazy. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Christy. How are you? Oh, there's my father-in-law. Shall be going out to get something to eat. So, yeah. My other cat, Shasta, he's just fat. He just likes to eat and sleep for the most part. He's a gorgeous cat. His mom, he came from a litter. His mom, we used to call her Gray Mama. She was this gray cat, and she was so friendly. So every batch of kittens that she had, all of her kittens were always super, super friendly. Okay, let me see if I can go get my cat real quick. Let me see if he'll cooperate, if you can see a little bit of him. Here, I'm going to close my book real quick so that I don't ruin it. Hold, please. Come here, Star. Oh, no. Sorry. Nope, he's not going to come. He just bit me. He's like, I'm sleeping, leave me alone. So just a little love nip, nothing hard or anything like that, but he is not wanting to come over. So you're not going to get to see him. I will try to, on one of my videos, like post pictures or something of them just so you can see what they look like. They're gorgeous cats. But yeah, they're a little bit of a pain sometimes. B016. Here we go. But yeah, I am going to be doing my birthday haul soon. I have a massive stack of stuff next to me that I need to get to. I was showered with really beautiful gifts from my friends and family, and actually quite a few subscribers as well, which I was just totally blown away by. And so I will be doing a haul very soon. So all 7 are 12 or older except for Leroy. Yeah, Michelle, I saw that you were gonna have to do some like possible a lot of vet visits and stuff this month, and that's hard. That's really hard. Yeah, oh my gosh, medications and all of that kind of. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine trying to get my cat insulin. We had a cat, my cat Cersei, who's now passed. We used to have to give him medicine every day. He had a lot of GI issues and problems. And so we used to have to give him medicine every day, and that was a pain, and that was just a pill. I can't even imagine having to do insulin. I don't know. I guess she probably has to check his blood sugar too before she gives it. That's got to be so challenging. So yeah. Oh yes, birthday haul. Yeah, I've got a ton of stuff. I want to say I've got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I counted. I have close to 20 books that I got for my birthday, which is crazy. She'll have to do some video clips sometimes to show the insulin shots and sub-Q fluids. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. That is a lot. That is a lot to do for a cat. I know you love those cats, Michelle, but that's a lot. It's hard enough some days for me just to take care of myself, that to take care of animals is hard too. But I do want, so funny story, I'm actually allergic to cats, like very allergic to cats. So my husband, these cats to him are like siblings because he didn't have siblings and he really kind of grew up with these cats. And so I'm almost sniffling just thinking about it. And so I take allergy injections right now for the cats. And I'm allergic to a lot of other stuff too, like seasonal allergy kind of stuff. And so I do allergy injections to help with it. But my doctor told me when I started doing the injections, he goes, never own a cat again. He goes, you're really allergic to cats. And so these will be my last cats. I can't own another indoor cat. And that's part of why I don't even want to let Socks in the house, is because once I let her in, it's going to be really hard to, to stop that habit. And I just, for me, I just don't want to do something that's going to continue to compromise my health. I'm tired of being sniffly all the time. And cats just have a lot of dander. So my goal is, but I do love animals. So my goal is that when I stop the allergy injections and things like that, when I stop the allergy injections and things, I'm going to, and these cats pass away, my plan is to get a dog. I am not allergic to dog dander. And I really love little small dogs. My parents have the kind of dog I want to get is the kind that my parents have. They've had 2 of them now, and they are the King Charles Spaniel. They look like a small Cocker Spaniel. They're so well mannered. Have been awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, I hate doing my own insulin. Not sure I could do it for my cat. Yeah. And Oliver's one of a kind. He wants to be with me, follows me through the house, eats me every night, lets me cut his nails. Wow, he lets you cut his nails? That's amazing, Anne. That's amazing. Cat stuffed animals, they're cute and clean. Yeah, yeah. I could tolerate that, I guess. Cat stuffed animals, I could definitely tolerate. My brother was severely allergic to cats and had shots for years. Allergies improved when he stopped them. Yeah. I didn't start too young. I started taking the allergy injections maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. I do feel like they've helped me a lot. My allergies are just really, really bad right now, even with the injections. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to have to love on cats from a distance. I always wanted cats when I was younger. Like when I was a kid, I was much more of a cat person than a dog person. Maybe because I always had dogs growing up, and so cats were something fun. Just because I didn't have them. Um, but now as an adult, I much prefer dogs. The only thing about dogs, though, is they're so much higher maintenance. They require so much extra care, having to go and walk them. Like with cats, pretty much you give them a clean litter box, you give them some food, and they're good. Oh, those of you with cats, because I'm going to ask for cat advice. Have y'all ever used one of those automated cat food dispensers? I've had 3 over the course of years because my husband and I both work, and my father-in-law doesn't get around that great, and so we've done these automated dispensers before, and one time we're like, oh, well, we're just going to be gone for a day or two. We'll just do the automated dispenser and just clean their litter box, and we'll be back in a couple of days, make sure they have fresh water, etc. So we thought we were good. They broke it. They reached like underneath the dispenser and would like pull the gears and break the machine, and they have done that with 2 of them. So we stopped getting them. Do y'all know one that works? If you do, let me know. Shoot me a direct message on Instagram with an Amazon affiliate link, and I'll go try it, because I have not found one that worked. I wish I had one that did work, though, because these cats, when they get hungry, they're ravenous. And it's kind of funny because I'll be like in the middle of a conference call, and you'll just hear my cat just moaning in the background like they're just dying. And so I've had to like intentionally, sometimes I'll just tell people, I'll get on a conference call and be like, give me 5 minutes because I need to go feed my cat so he doesn't disrupt us. And I mean, they'll jump on my desk, they'll get all in my way, they'll start fighting with each other. They just get brutal. They just get to the point to where they do not want to participate because they are hungry. Yeah. Automated dry food dispenser. So I do feed them wet food, but I've never seen a wet food dispenser. I've only ever seen a dry food dispenser. I have to give, one of my cats has like a urinary tract problem, and so we're supposed to feed him mostly wet food. So I usually do. But if I'm feeding him like, a snack to get out of my way or whatever, I give him dry food. But yeah, I'd be interested though if there's a wet food dispenser, but I would think that would get pretty messy, that you would have to clean that up pretty regularly. Like I want to use the chisel nib. Oh, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. So keep Sachin and his family in your prayers. And Anne, I know you're doing a color along. Part of why I'm coloring this. He reached out to me last night and basically just said he doesn't know that he's going to have another coloring book published. There's a lot going on right now with COVID, and I won't go into all of the details and stuff because I don't know how private he wants to be about certain things, but just keep him and his family in your prayers. COVID is running rampant through India right now, and so it's just very, very scary. Very, very scary. He's okay, but just want to, doesn't help for everybody to send a prayer out there for his well-being and his family's well-being. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Thank you for the recommendations. I will definitely use that. I have a lot of videos I need to edit and get uploaded this week. I did the this or that part 2 tag. So thank you, Michaela, for that. I did I just did a my completed pages for the month of April. I was actually surprised at how much I completed. I think I did something like 34 or 35 pages for the month of April, which April was kind of a really crummy month for me. Not my norm. And so I was actually impressed that I was able to get that much done. But right now, what I am really focused on is, so for my birthday, I was so kindly gifted from a few different people each of the books in the Camellia Angelkova miniature series. And so my goal is to color one page out of each book that I was gifted in the month of May, just kind of as a thank you. And so what I decided to do is kind of the nameplate page for each of those books. And I've done 3 of them thus far. And I'm really happy with how they've turned out. That's been something a little bit outside of my comfort zone. You know, I usually am just a color by number person, but I have really, really been enjoying just kind of stepping out and doing something a little bit different. It's been fun. It's been fun. I've gotten to play with quite a few different things. Okay, well, I'm going to ask this question. It seems like there's a little bit of a delay from when I talk, but I'm going to ask this and then I'll show you, I'll do this if you guys want me to do this. Do y'all want me to show you a preview? You want me to show you what I've colored out of the miniatures books? Or do you want to see me just keep coloring this? I can always come back to this as well. But I'm kind of anxious to show people because I'm really proud of what I've done, and what a cool way for me to just, for those of you who are on here live, get a sneak peek at what I got. Hi, Valerie. How are you? Okay, all right, I got a thumbs up, a yes to do finished pages. Okay, so let me just move this real quick. I want to show you guys what I got. Maybe this will turn into a little mini birthday haul. Move some of this stuff out of the way. Ooh. Okay, so I got all of these books. I've done this one, and I've done this one. So you'll see this all kind of in a, you'll see this one especially in a video that I did on the this or that tag. But let me show you, I did the 50 romantic miniatures first. So Misty from Country Gals Coloring Place actually reached out to me that she wanted to buddy color in this book. So yeah, so I was like, okay, let's just do it. So I colored, this was the very first one that I colored. And this one is the most simple one that I did, but what I did, and guys, this is a huge step out of the box for me, was I used colored pencils. Not all colored pencils. I used my Towel Tree markers as kind of a base, and then I went in and did some shading with colored pencils to just kind of create a a little bit of depth and dimension. And then I added some, what is this, Jelly Roll Stardust in here. I did some Jelly Roll glaze for the eyes and for the little heart. And yeah, I like how that turned out. I'm really happy with it. I thought that was a really good, just kind of general introduction. And then you guys will see soon, because Misty just completed her page too. I did this page in here as a buddy color with Misty. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this. Like, I am so happy with this. I did the same thing. I used Towel Tree markers. I used Jelly Roll glaze, like on the little drips off the cake. I used Prismacolor to shade. I used some Jelly Roll Stardust and kind of like the whipped cream and some glaze kind of around the glass plate. Some glitter gel pen down here. Yeah. Isn't that cake awesome? Like, I'm so happy with that. Like, I feel like it looks somewhat realistic. I really enjoy coloring food. Might be part of my issue, but yeah, I love that. I love that. So that's awesome. And then this is the third one that I've done. This one kind of went a little wacky. I just filmed another outro for this right before I hopped on live. So I colored it. I wasn't terribly happy with some of the choices that I made, and so I just basically threw glitter at it, which is pretty much my answer to anything. And so, yeah. So I did this one. So if you watch my this or that tag, number 2, Michaela's new tag, this is the page that I actually colored in that tag. That video hasn't been posted yet, so I'll be editing that this week and getting that out. But this page has a little bit of everything. So I started coloring it. I shaded with Prismacolor. And then I've seen some really cool people. It's one of those things like I'm trying to do what the cool kids do. And so, oh, hold on. Let me plug in my iPhone. Sorry about that. I try to do what the cool kids do. And so I've seen some people do these cool effects with like white gel pen, and they, sorry, let me move my cord out of the way. Try to do like this effect to make it look like glitter with white gel pen, but it just ended up looking really messy. And so then I also did like white gel pen around the apple and the mushroom, and then that ended up looking really odd. And so what I did is I took my stickles and went over all of it. So this page is like super shiny. I also use, what I did like is I used the Distress Oxide around the outside, and it kind of made it look a little magical. So I use this one. This is in Bundled Sage. And I use that just around the outside. And then I use the Crackle accents on the acorns, Jelly Roll Glaze on the eyes, nose, and ears of the porcupine on the little spikes, and some Jelly Roll Glaze around here. So yeah, so I did this one. So yeah, I thought that was really cute. It's kind of more of a magical fairy tale type of forest. And then I did ocean miniatures, and this one is probably my favorite intro page that I've done thus far. I did this one here. I tried to go for wacky colors. I tried to put myself out there and do something a little bit different. And so I chose a neon color palette. So my little seal guy is blue, like a bright blue color. I used like bright neon colors, Prismacolor pencils, some white gel pen is on here. This is some Divical gel pen. And then the effect that I really, really like is that I used my Distress ink and a stencil and created the bubbles around the edge. And then, gosh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. I'm going to try to move my page in a variety of different ways. So on the bubbles themselves, I used Jelly Roll Glaze and clear and just did little dots in each of the bubbles. So what I can see and feel is it's textured and it looks glossy, like the page itself looks wet. And so I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm really, really enjoying doing this and doing this in each of the doing like each of them a little bit differently. So yeah, so I'm really excited. So actually after I finish Cakes and Candies, I'm planning on doing, I think, spring miniatures next. I think this is the one I'm going to do next. And I got this from Tuesday Morning, a set of 6 pastel Spectrum Noirs in these like pastel tones. So I think I'm going to do these for this page in here. So that is what I am planning on doing next after I'm done with my live, if I have time. So yeah. Yeah, Crackle accents, let me show you. They're just like the Jelly Roll accents. This is another spoiler for my haul. I got the Jelly Roll Moonlights. They're done by Ranger. So I saw these on Kathy, Spicy Cat Colors. She talked about these. She colored a page in Whimsy Girls for the holidays, and she put it on guacamole, and it looked awesome. And so I was like, I didn't even know that was like a thing at all. And so they sell them in this size bottle, which is the 0.5, and I think they sell it in like a larger bottle too, just like they do glossy accents. Yeah, so they have these. So yeah, so those are super, super cool. So really excited about that. I'm really, really proud of the miniature stuff I've done. And guys, it's a big deal to me. I know it seems kind of silly, but it's a big deal to me because this is like what I'm used to. Like I'm used to doing color by number, which I love. Like what I will do at the end of this page is I'll probably like you know, spruce this up a little bit and put in some stickles and, you know, maybe shade a little bit with some darker colors and things like that and really kind of make it my own. But I really, really do and have enjoyed kind of branching out a little bit and doing some non-color by number. It's very odd for me. And it's also kind of fun just stepping out and doing something a little bit different. Even like doing this live, like that was the thing, is I was just like, I don't even know when I'm going to have the next opportunity to do a live and to get to interact with you guys, which I really enjoy. Thanks, Valerie. Hey, Valerie, did I say hi? I don't know that I've said hi to you yet. Valerie, I always see you on all my videos. And Valerie gets like commenter of the year. And I see you on everybody else's videos too. It's so nice of you to leave some comments. It's nice to feel like I get to see some familiar faces, because as you leave comments, I feel like I get to know a little bit more about you. And so when I get the opportunity to see you live, that's really fun. I always have fun. I try to go to as many lives as I can, but some of y'all who do them, like, what's hard for me is I have limited time, because if it's early in the morning, I'm usually working. If it's in the middle of the day, I'm working. And in the evening time is usually the best time for me, but sometimes depending upon what time it is, I'm getting my kids ready for bed. And so, usually I'm not available until after 9 o'clock. Honestly, actually, weekends probably work best for me to do lives or to kind of catch up on them. But I do watch, for those of you who do lives more religiously, I do watch them afterwards, like the recording afterwards, because I'm always so interested to see like what you were talking about and what was going on, and you know, all of those things. This is more fun because I have stuff to talk about. So much more fun bringing mixed media supplies over the coloring books. Yeah, I've enjoyed it more and more, branching out a little bit. I still think something that complements alcohol markers is the best thing for me. Alcohol markers are just like my go-to. Oh, these are some wackadoo colors. The stars are blue. Okay. So what I always say is, like, I'm just going to trust the artist that he knows what he's doing. Maybe I should have picked some different tones of these colors, but nope, this is what we're doing now. We're committed. These are almost my high school colors. My high school was gold and blue. We were the Knights. But let's see, what else? What else do I know? I had a really good birthday. I got a lot of really nice gifts. My husband even got me some coloring stuff, which is kind of odd for him. He's supportive of my coloring and everything, but it's not really, you know, it's not his thing. So he, what he actually got me, I was somewhat surprised because I was like, you didn't even know these two things kind of go together. But he got me, and I'll show you once I'm done with this star so you can kind of see what he got me. But the things that I can't show you that he got me is he got me some t-shirts. So I'm a Texas girl, and so t-shirts and jeans are kind of my go-to for clothing choices. And so he got me some of my t-shirts were looking kind of sad, and so he bought me some t-shirts. And then he got me some coloring supplies. He got me the Jane Davenport, this is the birthday suit palette, and he got me, he got me Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn, which I'm like, I could definitely use some of these in here. And that page is like super, super intricate, but most of them are not. Most of them, I like this little pocket size because I feel like it's easier for me to just kind of pop on and do a quick, do something quick. I think think is kind of nice. So I'm excited about that one. So you'll see me do some of that this month. I'll color out of there. Tammy, I've been interested to see the way you spruce up a page. You just said I'm trying to make myself be creative, although I do shading with pencils. I mean, Tammy, honestly, I've learned from very many of the creators that are on this chat right now. I've watched a lot of YouTube, and fortunately, there's no real, like, trick to sprucing up pages. I think on a tag that I did was like, that was like my coloring essentials. I talked a little bit about what I use. If I had to make a suggestion, my suggestion would definitely be start with a white gel pen. There's a lot of really cool effects and stuff you can do just by adding some detail with a white gel pen. And then I would say like white gel pen, and I highly recommend this one, which is the Uniball Signo. The things I use the most, honestly, are probably these 4 things here. The white gel pen, I use a absolute ton. The Jelly Roll Stardust, this is the clear one, so it's just silver glitter. This has a lot of really cool effects. I learned about this from Anne. Anne from Anne's Colorful Life, she talked about this. Oh, bye Anne, see you later. And so that was like my go-to. The Jelly Roll Glaze in Clear, Danny Buttons talked about this, but I already had this, I think, when she talked about it. I just hadn't really used it. This is a really, really cool way to add like things over eyes. And then this, I learned about just the blender to add texture to things. I learned about this from Emily at Color Me Impressed. So those are the things I use the most. And then, yeah, Meg said stickles, and I have, here's my whole thing of stickles. You can buy stickles in clear colors. There's quite a few clear ones. These are the ones that I have. Stardust, Crystal, and Unicorn. They all have a slightly different undertone to them. I would say Stardust looks to be like the most clear. This one you can even see on camera. Unicorn has a kind of more goldy undertone, and then there's Crystal, which is a slightly more green glitter, but they look a little bit different after you squirt them out of the bottle. So any of these work great, and these are nice because they're clear, so you can add them over any base color, and bam, you've got some stickles. So if you don't want to buy the whole line of stuff, those. But I know you might be talking a little bit more about the application. Sometimes reduce a page because small images. I have the book, so why not reduce the copy? Yeah, super smart to do that too. Pickwig Turtle, hi, how are you? Yeah, I love adding something to a page, especially something easy that's like, you know, color by number. It's really, really nice to just be able to add something to give some extra detail. Instagram has taught me a lot too, just by seeing what people post on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, that's like a technique that I can pick up. I actually find that there's not, and that's why I did my finishing touches video, because I actually find that there's not a lot of content out there, or at least that I can find. Maybe make a suggestion if you know someone who does, about like finishing touches or embellishments on a page. I don't see a ton of people post stuff about that. Sometimes I see people do stuff like backgrounds, but what I want to know, like honestly, in the way that I did my finishing touches video, and I probably want to do another one of those with just like a different type of page, is that I want to see people do it on Amazon paper, because what I usually see when people do stuff that are like embellishments and things like that, it's usually on fancier paper, like in a nicer book. I want to know what works on Amazon paper, because y'all use some things like gelatos and stuff, and I have tried gelatos on Amazon paper, and I'm sorry, it's crummy. It does not work well at all for me. Green G115. Yeah, I don't find that it works well at all. So I am not a fan I am not a fan of gelatos on normal paper. Normal Amazon paper, at least. Jelly Roll Stardust pens are the bomb, and the glaze pens. Yes, Jelly Roll has a ton of really, really great pens. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. I've slowly begun to collect a lot of the Jelly Rolls. I have the metallics. I only have the Stardust in clear, and that's because I have a lot of glitter gel pens, or at least I feel like I have a ton. I've got the Jot gel pens, the Flare glitter gel pens, the Color It gel pens, and so I'm like, I've got a lot of glitter gel pens. So the clear Stardust one is what I have. I now also have the Moonlights, which I haven't really found a great way to use those yet. I tried to use those on my Ocean Miniatures page and didn't like it. Those are like they draw a finer line. I think they have a smaller nib at the bottom, so they're not at least my favorite thus far. But I've seen some people, I've seen Jamie from Jamie's Coloring Love do some really cool things with Jelly Roll Moonlights. So I think the only ones that I don't have is I don't have the original gel pen, like just the regular traditional colors, and I don't have the Stardust. But I do love me some Jelly Roll gel pens. They are amazing. Michelle, so I have a scheduled video here in a few hours. I actually use crayons, gelatos, and a stencil on the background. Ooh, and it's on Cosplay Cats. Oh, yes. Yes, Michelle, I will definitely watch your video. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm so interested in that. So interested in that. I turned out great, but I used the gelatos over the crayons, so I had a little trouble and had to use more gelato than I expected. Yeah, gelatos, I can't seem to get them. My problem, Michelle, I can't seem to get them to spread really well. I have that workable fixative spray. Does it do better if maybe you use something like that over the page, like condition the page first? Tammy says Amazon paper is a trial, trying all different kinds of things. Watercolor, an entire color by number page, and one of such and such Diva's books. I'd love to see that, Tammy. I want to see that. Send me a message with that picture because I want to see it. I have tried watercolor on Amazon paper and I did not like it very well. Glossy accents. Yes, glossy accents, Meg, are great. I love glossy accents. They are glossier than Jelly Roll glaze. So, but I do love glossy accents like over eyes. I think they're amazing. Try to push your channel. No, Michelle, don't worry about it at all. People need to know about your channel. Michelle is one of the people that I found this year on ColorTube, and I don't know why I never found her before. She's at Kits and Caboodles. Y'all need to go check her out. She's phenomenal. She's amazing. Michelle, you give me such a belly laugh every time I watch you. You're hysterical. There's a lot of people that are on here right now with channels. Pickwick Turtle, Meg's Art Atrium. Hey, Elizabeth. Yeah, there's a lot of you on here with channels. Shout your channel out because we can always use some fun stuff to watch. And sometimes it's like I will listen to people on I'll be listening to people on a video and they'll reference another channel and I'll go like, type it into YouTube and go hit subscribe. Because I'm like, hey, if it's somebody that I enjoy watching and they enjoy watching this person, then there's a high likelihood I'm going to enjoy watching it. So, yeah, there's more than enough people to kind of share the love. And we always need more content. And sometimes, too, it's kind of funny, like, especially once we get around, there's so much on ColorTube that is filmed at the beginning and end of the month, like your end of month haul, your completed pages, all of that kind of stuff that usually towards the middle of the month get to a lot of coloring chats and tag videos, which are all good. But, of course, everybody likes the haul. Everybody likes the completed pages. And sometimes, too, that's all that people film. And so usually during the middle of the month, it gets to be a little bit like, I'm like, where's my ColorTube videos? And so I have to go and look. So I'm always looking for new creators. and people who are creating videos. Is anybody looking to start a YouTube channel? Can we convince anybody else to start a YouTube channel about coloring? All it takes is a phone with a video camera to create it. I used to use a cross stitch stand to hold my phone up while I was filming these videos until I got my monopod. I want to help enable somebody to do it. Even if you just filmed one video. Honestly, the way that I got started too was I didn't even film videos for YouTube. I filmed videos for Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I do that. I filmed flip through videos on Instagram. I was like, I really liked at that point, and you guys know I film a ton of flip and review videos. It's kind of my core content. And I love doing that on YouTube, but I film very short little 1-minute flip through videos just to music on Instagram and just post that. And that's how I started. And I kind of stepped away from it, but my plan was to film my completed pages there, just to show all my completed pages on Instagram, just in like a short video, like no talking, just the music. Because some people don't want to hear you blab. Some people just want to see the work, and I thought, like, hey, this was a quick way. And I didn't know anybody on the time that did any kind of videos on Instagram. I do feel like that's a platform that could really use some more videos. A lot of people film, just pictures, but sometimes it's fun just to see like a quick little video on Instagram. So I still, for all of my flip-in reviews, film a shorter version for Instagram and Facebook. And I post those on Facebook and Instagram just so people can kind of see what's out there. Okay. The mixed media use baby wipes to help spread the water soluble crayons. Okay, Valerie, I did try that. I obviously have baby wipes because I have a baby. That didn't work for me either. I just don't know what it is. I almost feel like I'm about to rip the paper. I've also used, it's $1.99 to use those little finger, they're almost like thimbles, to try and spread it, and that didn't work very well. I've used baby wipes. I even used, instead of just baby wipes, I use the saline wipes that are like boogie wipes, like for their nose and stuff. I've tried that. I didn't really feel like that worked, so I don't know. Hizuma's Playground, am I saying that first? You actually uploaded your first haul video today? Oh my gosh. Okay, I am going to go watch your video after this. I'm so serious. I want to see it so bad. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me know. Have you tried anything to preheat the paper, clear gesso, satin glazing liquid? See, I haven't done that. Here's my thing, Michelle. And I don't know how you guys feel. When I sit down to color, I just want to color. I don't want to have to prep my paper or do anything, and then I've got to like leave it outside to dry. If it has a smell, like even the workable fixative, I got it, but I haven't used it yet because I'm just too lazy. Is really the thing. So I don't know. I bet you that works great because I've seen a lot of people do that. But I'm just so lazy. I want to find a medium or something that I don't have to prep the paper. So that's why, like, Alicia, one of my subscribers, you guys probably know her. She mentioned these distress oxides, and I love how these work, and the distress inks, because you don't have to prep your paper. They work fantastic on Amazon paper. And then once they're dry, they're not moving anywhere. So these are great. I like the distress oxide, like the effect a little bit more. It's more cloudy kind of thing. It does leave a texture on your paper, but it's not bad. It's kind of waxy, almost like Prismacolor pencils. But I like that, and that's why I've kind of gone more towards the ink side rather than going more towards like watercolors and other stuff, is because that's just super easy and great for a lazy person. Tammy, you've been thinking about it for a while, but haven't convinced yourself. Tammy, do it. Just film a video. Just film one video, a short video. Tag videos are great to do for that, or do an intro video. Like, you don't even have to do your collection, just your completed pages. The two most popular YouTube videos by far that get the most views, and color tubers, correct me if I'm wrong, it is your haul videos and it is your completed pages. But I think my completed pages usually is the top. So if you even just start there, And those videos are not hard to do because all you need to do is just tag your pages throughout the month and just show them. I think one of my first videos on Instagram that I did too was all of my completed pages. So even if you don't have them tagged the last month, maybe just pick your top 10 favorite pages or something like that and keep it short. People will watch your videos, I promise you. And all you need to do too, if you are a new color tuber, and I'm dead serious, if you're a new color tuber, send me a message on Instagram or comment down below. I will call you out in my next video and try to send my subscribers your way, because sometimes people feel discouraged that they don't get a ton of subscribers at the beginning, but it's hard for people to find you. So let some of us know. Let me know. Let other color tubers know, hey, I have a channel, and don't feel guilty about it because it's not that we're competing against each other. We're a community. So I subscribe to a ton of different channels. It doesn't mean that I neglect somebody just because I am subscribed to so many people. So put yourself out there, give it a try, and just commit to doing like, one video a month, and don't overwhelm yourself, or one video a quarter, however often you want to do it. And yeah, try it. I would love, love, love you to do that. All right. Let's see. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I've been thinking about it for okay. Agree about the videos with Instagram. I need to do more just little shorts. Yeah, Michelle, I agree. You're a pro. You should do videos. My phone's junk. I wanted to do a YouTube. Yeah, if you don't have a great phone, you can even do it on your iPad. I used to film on my iPad when I did FlossTube with cross stitching, and you can do that. Watch your haul today. Awesome. But they work great. Extra work. Workable fixative dries really fast. Okay, I definitely need to try a workable fixative. I need to give it a shot. I have to laugh when you say you're lazy. I am lazy. I'm a lazy colorist. Yeah, you can use background music on videos and stuff too. That requires a little bit more editing if you want to do that, or just don't talk. Anne from A Colorful Life, and I think there's one other color tuber that I've seen do it too. I think it's actually Anne's cat's water fountain thing. That you just hear like this running water in the background, and I used to think she had one of those like just little soothing fountains, but then I think in one of her videos she mentioned it was like her cat drinking water. Her cat has to drink water that's like streaming. It can't just be still water. I thought that was so funny, but I find it so relaxing. Even just yeah, some people just have music, they don't talk at all, and that's totally fine if you're afraid about what to talk about. Like, I think even me, I've been doing color tube for about 5 months now. I still get nervous about what to talk about, what to do. Like, I feel awkward doing color and chats. It's a big reason why I don't do them. They're also very, very time consuming to film. Sometimes you have to edit them a lot. And so I just don't do that. I'm also a very lazy color tuber, and I don't do a lot of editing. Honestly, what takes me the most time is I link all of my books and everything down below, because I always like to leave links for you guys. And so to put in all of the names, like to go back and watch the videos, put all the names of the books and all the links and everything down below is usually what takes me the longest. Okay, I gotta move on to another color. Y'all gonna get bored. Number 4 is pink. My pink is R5. Whoops. R503, 503, 503, 503. I'll look at your comments in just a minute. Okay, let's see. Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Yeah, go lay down and get some rest. Oh yeah, Meg said she'd be happy to shout out people's channels too. Yeah, like I said, hook on to some of these people who do color tube. Meg's Art Atrium is a fantastic channel. I have really enjoyed watching Meg's YouTube videos. I ring your bell, Meg. I love watching your videos. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. So Hizuma's Playground. What is your name? What can we call you? Michaela, you're literally the same way with color and chats. I'm terrible at talking, so I only do them once a month. Yeah, Michaela, actually, you do really well because you do a lot of lifestyle videos. And so I'm always really impressed with all the things you have to talk about. Michaela, go check her out too. You're extremely relatable, so I really enjoy watching your videos. Don't do a lot of editing either. Can everything be good channel name to start with? Tammy, just start with your name. You don't have to think of something different. Just start with your actual name. It doesn't have to be something catchy. So just have the water fountain for the cat when Cass is stringing for the tub. Yeah. Laura. Okay. Or Lara? Laura? Yes, we'll call you Laura. Yeah. I'm going to be so excited to watch your video. I'm really excited. I've got something additional to watch. I've been looking for some more channels and stuff to watch. A lot of people have their completed pages and stuff up right now. So I try not to watch them all at once because I feel like I run out of videos really quickly. Shout out, who are some of your favorite channels, guys? Maybe there's somebody that I don't know either that some people on here don't know. I'm curious to know who your favorite channels are. Because I want to watch some new videos. Now I like, and so one of the things is too, is keep in mind, now I've been kind of, you know, dabbling into other things too, but I really like to color with alcohol markers. So people who color with markers usually are my jam. And I don't like, obviously, to color anything super complicated or complex. And so I usually like to, I don't know, watch people kind of on that same level. I do sometimes like to watch people that color some more, like obviously like Anne and Michelle and stuff. They'll color some more complicated things as well, but I, for the most part, I keep it pretty simple. Like Lavella is really sweet. I watch her videos, but she also does a lot of haul videos and stuff. She always has videos, and I'm always interested to see what she buys because sometimes she gets some really interesting books. Who else? Laura, Shane, and Danny, Misty, Miss Coffee, Anxiety Art Adventures. Who's Mrs. Coffee? I don't know who that is. So I'm Lauren, Shayna in Colorland. She's fantastic. Danielle, which is Danny Buttons. Misty, who is Country Gals Coloring Place. She has a lot of haul too. Oh my gosh, that girl, she knows some people. Her hauls are epic. Every month. I mean, I feel like she does like 2 or 3 haul videos a month. It's amazing how much stuff she ends up with. That's something too, guys. I'm starting to run out of storage. I gotta figure out where to start storing stuff because I didn't have a ton of space to begin with, but I'm starting to build quite the collection of coloring books. Yeah, I don't know who Miss Coffee is. Lisa's Coloring Corner. Yes. Lisa's Coloring Corner is amazing. She was one of the very first people that I started watching. If you are just getting into adult coloring and you want to see books and what they look like, she is like the most well-known, I would say, for doing flip-throughs of books. She's phenomenal. Yeah, I always watch Lisa's videos. Did y'all see, and maybe you have or haven't seen her video yet, she just came out with a color and chat video where she does a lot of color and chats. She uses like dot markers that like Danielle showed not that long ago, and she showed her face, and she did like a face-to-face little intro, and it was so nice. I was like, oh, it's so cool to see the face behind the person. Miss Crochet, Miss Coffee. See, I don't know who Miss Crochet is either. Coloring with Haley. Yes, I have watched her videos. I think she just did one recently. She's a lot of reptiles and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Kate's Coloring Haven. Yes, I love Kate. I love her accent. I love watching some people from overseas in the UK. She's fantastic. Kate is a sweetheart. And Kate, I will say, she's one of those people, she does beautiful work. Have y'all seen Kate's completed pages? Oh my gosh. She's one of those people, so she talks about in each of her pages what mediums she uses in each of her pages, and she usually has all sorts of different types of jelly rolls, all sorts of different types of markers. I think she does a lot of water-based markers as well. And her pages, like her color palettes and things, are just so well thought out, and she is definitely someone that I've learned from. Jamie's Coloring Love, she also is a bit the same. I just watched a color and chat. I think it was actually Michaela, your tag, your round 2 this or that tag, and I just watched her video yesterday, and she was coloring a page out of an Eerie book, And I was watching her and I was like, oh my gosh, like her colors that she chose, the way that she shaded, and she was using all water-based markers, which I can't stand, and she was using crayons, and it looked beautiful. And I'm like, how come my stuff can't look like that when I color? Like, I feel like I look like a toddler in comparison to the way that Jamie colors, but like the way that she chooses colors and her color palettes. She mentioned she's done a lot of go watch her video. She mentioned she's taken a lot of like color theory classes and art classes and stuff, so she has a little more, I guess, she's a little more attuned in regards to like what colors go together best. So she said it's kind of like ingrained in her. But yeah, she's got some gorgeous she's done some really gorgeous work. Okay, hold on, let me finish this because I don't want to. Okay, let's see what else we got. Who else we got? Amazon Tammy, Kits and Caboodles, Coloring My Way. Yeah, Lisa, she's amazing. Coloring with Kay. Ren, yes, Ren's Coloring Craze is amazing. Country Gals Coloring Place helps adult coloring. Yes. And Spicy Cat Colors. Yes. Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors is one of my favorite people. She's hysterical. I love her to death. She's amazing. Miss Crochet and Coloring does a lot of diamond painting videos and some coloring. Okay. Yeah, I have some I did dabbled in diamond painting a little bit and then kind of got out of it, so I don't watch a lot of that. Miss Crochet and Coffee is one person. Okay, I'm gonna have to look her up. She does a lot of diamond painting. Jamie, yes, I watched the one last night. Page looks so good. Yeah, Jamie's page yesterday looked amazing. I kind of want to see like Jamie's page like zoomed in. I'm like, how does she keep it from being so streaky? Is it because she shades so well, like with the crayon over it, that it looks good? I don't know. I hate name dropping. I forget people. It's okay. I forget people all the time. I can't remember my name half the time I film a video. Laura, seems like I'm not the only one who's obsessed with avoid streak using alcohol markers. Yes. Hi, Terry Lynn. How are you? Tried diamond painting, but lost interest in it. Thank you, Terry Lynn. I appreciate it. Yeah, the people who use... Okay, so another topic. Going on to the streaking situation. Okay, have y'all... For those of y'all who are on Instagram, which I know the vast majority of you are, for those of you who are on Instagram, have y'all seen like the French people who do the Hatchet Heroes Disney pages and post them? Because I asked Danielle this, and I don't know that she knew either. Do they Photoshop those pages, or what the heck do they do to make them look so good? So when I'm talking about like the Disney pages, I'm talking about the big books, like this one. Okay, so this is my Tome 2 book, this massive guy here. And so most people, when I see them post colored pages, now this is not a good example because it's colored pencil, but they look like this. Okay, they're a hot, streaky mess. Water-based markers, Crayola Super Tips. I even did this one in colored pencil. This one is in Prismacolor colored pencil. And, you know, but like this is like what they sort of look like. How do the French people or the people overseas or the people who post pictures of it get it to look so good? Like, I cannot get these to look good at all. Like, they're cute. I mean, I guess, right? Like, they're okay, but like, they're not like what I see online. And what I see online is just beautiful. And I'm like, I've gotten to the point to where it's like, do they Photoshop them? Like, is that a thing? Like, do they Photoshop it? Or are they legitimately like that amazing and they do all of this like great work that I just don't know how to do? Like, how do they do that? Michaela, streaking with water-based markers never bothered me until I supply these all the time. Yeah, Michaela, I mean, I give you kudos for that because I struggle with the streakiness. I just can't stand it. Oh, Emma Color 2020, she's amazing. It's okay. Like, I'm not worried about how those pages look. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. But I'm just wondering, like, is there a tip or a trick or something, like, to the way that they make it look good? Yeah, I've kind of wondered if they use filters on some of the pages, on some of it. Like, there are definitely filters, and even I use filters on Instagram sometimes to brighten a page. Like if I don't have great lighting where I'm taking the picture, like even right now I don't have fantastic lighting. I don't have my soft light set up behind me because it's just too much light right now. But if I don't have good light when I'm taking a picture for Instagram, I will use a filter to brighten the colors, just so it looks more realistic and doesn't look so dark. But I don't know. I don't know what filters they use, but man, there are people who take photos of their color pages for Instagram, and I'm like, wow, I don't know what camera you used or how you did that, but like their pictures look so beautiful. Like usually when I do like my flip through videos for Instagram, I do take off like the things on my desk. I do film it like with the wood background of the desk because it looks a little bit more, I guess, like professional looking. Whereas I do some more kind of fun things for YouTube. But what I usually do for Instagram is a little bit more professional because I share those to Amazon. I always try to do something nice for the publishers who come out with these books. So if I'm sent a book or I buy a book, either way, usually it doesn't really matter either way, but I will film a short flip through video for Amazon. Just because I try to get people, like, sometimes when you're looking at Amazon for a book, if they don't have a preview of what the pages look like, it's so hard to know whether or not you want to buy it. And then you don't want to buy it and then get it and then be disappointed and go like, oh, dang, I didn't realize it was double-sided, or, you know, oh, this wasn't exactly the type of image that I was expecting to see, like, on the inside. It's so hard to tell sometimes by the covers of the books what the actual pages will look like on the inside. So you just never know. Ooh, there's a lot of comments. Hold on. I'm going to color this heart, and then I'm going to take a look at the comments real quick. Then I have another topic because I have some questions for you. For you guys, I want y'all to help me with something that I've been thinking about. Okay, so let's see here. Instagram filters need to use watercolor pencils. How are they able to cover up the lines? Like, that's the thing. Do they color like over the lines? Like, how do they make it look so smooth? Easier to hide streaks in smaller spaces than big ones. I have no idea how they do that. Workable fixative helps. Yeah, maybe they prep their pages. Danielle said it's also possible that they just don't care about the other side of the page, and maybe they use other types of mediums and things like that too that allow it to kind of look nicer. Color pencils, like get some of those books, maybe a $40 double side book. Yeah. Coloring a circle would look better. Streaking's okay. Who was it? There was somebody recently that said that they were going to start not doing it like in lines, but doing it per the spirals in the Color by Number book, and that looked better. I don't know who that was, but that looked really kind of cool. That was a neat idea. I tell myself that I must be an artist, not a colorist, or they have way more patience. Yeah. What books are you talking about? Oh, Terry Lynn, I'm talking about the big Disney books, like the large Disney Tomb books. That there are some people on Instagram that post pictures out of those books, and they like look amazing. Like there's no streaking, there's no streaking or anything. Like they just look smooth and like professional. Like they look like a piece of artwork, and I'm just like, how do they do that? How do they create that effect? Like how does it look so good? And maybe they do a lot of shading. Maybe it is just colored pencil and they do a lot of shading so it covers the lines a little bit better. Like, I don't know. And because it's in a foreign language, unless I do like my Google Translate app and take a picture of it and stuff, I can't really tell like what it says. I don't know if they reference what mediums they use, but you would think you would see, you know, blah, 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 French, Prismacolor, you know, or I would recognize like the colored pencil or the alcohol marker name if that's what they were using. I can't imagine they would be using alcohol marker, because alcohol marker, you would still be able to see the lines through it. So it's probably colored pencil that they use. Okay, so here's my question. Into the next topic. So my next question for you guys is, I want to do a tag this month. That's one of my goals for the month of May. and I want to do a color by number tag. And if Michaela's still on here, maybe I can use Michaela as well because she's done a great job with the tags that she's come out with. I want to do a tag that's about color by number. Do you guys like, there are two different types of tag styles from what I've seen. Do you guys like a tag where the color tuber is showing you something while they're talking? And when I say that, so it would be like, show me your, you know, your most favorite color by number picture that you've colored. And so every question would be the YouTuber showing you, or the color tuber showing you something like their top favorite, their top books or their top markers to color with or their top favorite pages. Or do you like more of a chit chatty tag? So similar to how Michaela did the this or that tag, which is all about chatting. So it's more so like things like do you enjoy, I think Michaela, like one of your questions on there was like, what do you listen to? Do you listen to podcasts or to music or whatever, and you're watching the color tuber, and it's almost more like a color and chat where you are listening to them talk. Like, what do you guys prefer? I want to know, because I started to create my tag and I was like, so some of the questions that I asked are things that like people would show you. So like if I tagged like Michaela and Meg and Michelle and stuff like that, they and Pickwick Turtle and everybody on here and Laura, they would have to show you something. Or do you want to hear them talk? Or do you not care and you go, Lauren, you're way overthinking this and this is not that big of a deal? That's also a totally acceptable answer. Okay, let's see. What are we talking about? Vitro books, yeah. I've seen coloring kid use white pit pens to clean up the line work. Interesting. They use water brush markers, Neocolor 2s. Ooh, Neocolor 2s are fun. Chit chat tag, both styles are fun. I like them both for different reasons. Don't think you could go wrong. I like both, depending on my mood. Overall, people prefer the show tags over the chit chat tags. I agree with Pitwick. Yeah, both of them. Y'all are not helpful at all. I'm just kidding. You can like both. You're totally fine with with liking both. Okay. Yeah, because I sometimes it's like, I know I prefer, it depends too, because chit chat tags are nice like if I'm coloring and then I can just listen to somebody peacefully in the background and don't feel like I have to constantly like look at the screen. But then I also like to see all the stuff that people have. But sometimes too I feel like sometimes on videos it can get to be where I feel like I'm showing the same things over and over and over again. But as your audience grows, and as they, as you gain different people to your channel at different times, people don't get used to, there are people who are just like, oh, well, but I've never seen your coloring space, or I've never seen your supplies before, or I've never seen this. And so there's, people coming in at different times. So people may not have seen all of your content unless they went back and looked. And a lot of people don't. Let's see. Like them to talk because I like to listen as I color. Yeah. Just because videos including hauls, flip-throughs, completed pages, showy videos seem to do better in my experience. I do agree with that, Michelle. I agree. Every color tuber here is going to say their most watched videos are completed pages and haul videos. I a lot of times too, I'm probably responsible for multiple views on all of your channels because I will listen. A lot of times I'll be coloring when your video first comes out. I'm like, oh my gosh, Michelle posted a video. And so I'll listen to it while I'm coloring, and then I will go back in the evening later on and then actually watch your completed pages video, or watch it, kind of watch it again so that I can catch all of it. Or sometimes I'm like, I'm in the middle of doing something with my kids, so I catch one piece and then I have to come back and watch the rest. Pros and cons. One is better to listen to, the other one's fun to watch. Yeah. The one to watch. What are you saying, Terry Lynn? The one to watch get me in trouble. Oh, yes. Because we make you spend money. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. There was somebody, was it somebody on Instagram or somebody recently who basically said that they are taking a break from watching ColorTube for a month because they wanted to stop spending money. I forget who that was, or maybe they said it on a YouTube video. I don't remember. I have a horrible memory. But somebody mentioned that recently. I was like, that is not a bad idea. Because if you don't know something exists, you're totally content and fine with what you have. But then once you know that something exists, and I'm guilty, guys. I'm guilty. I do a lot of flip and review videos, so I know I'm very, very conscious of the fact that I have enabled many of you to purchase something, one thing or another, but I like to blame my predecessors on that. So I'll blame Michelle from Kits and Caboodles. I'll blame Anne from A Colorful Life. I'll blame Danielle, Danny Buttons, who honestly is Danny, between Danielle and Lisa from Lisa's Coloring Corner, they have probably enabled me the most. Oh, also, Nikki and Niagara. Nikki and Niagara has also enabled me a lot. Meg, I'm trying to do a no buy this month. Ma'am. Good luck to you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you don't need more stuff. Oh my gosh. Girl, I just saw your post yesterday with all those books that you got. Holy smokes. That was quite the haul. That was quite the haul, girl. That's a fun haul. It is fun to open those Amazon packages. There is something about opening those Amazon packages that is so much fun. My son, you know, it's bad too, because my son, even he's 3, and even he was talking to me the other day, and he wanted some sort of a toy, or I don't remember what it was that he wanted. He wanted a scooter. That's what it was. He saw somebody in our neighborhood that had a scooter and was going down the sidewalk, and he was like, you know, hey, I want one of those or whatever. And I said, well, Ryder, we have to go to the store to get it. I don't have time to get you a scooter right now, and you know, we'll worry about that later. And he goes, well, but mommy, just go and order it from Amazon. And I was like, uh-oh, called out. Called out by my 3-year-old, that he even knows that mommy can just get on her phone and just order whatever she needs from Amazon. So, yeah. How many times a day, I'm curious, how many times a day does Amazon come through your neighborhood? Found myself for no buy on Able. My wish list is ridiculous right now. That's hilarious. Lisa, Danielle, and you have enabled me the most. Oh, I got called out by Meg. So glad to say limit using my points at the start of June. Elizabeth, completing collections. Yeah, completing collections. Yeah, like that's the worst. It's like, oh, okay, well, I have this book in this collection, so I must own them all. Like, it's a real thing. It's a real struggle. And I don't know why we all have that, but I think we all have it. I've actually done pretty good. There are some books that I've been pretty good that I own, like the Stone Mosaic books. I own number 2 and number 3, but I don't own number 1. And I don't think I'm gonna get number 1. I don't think it's my jam. And so I don't like the pages in there as much. So I don't think I'm gonna get that one. So that's been pretty good. Hey Michelle, Kits and Caboodles, have you checked your mail today? I may or may not have sent you something for your birthday. FYI. So don't laugh when you get it, because I think it's supposed to get there today. Try to support all my people that have some May birthdays. Send some love. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with my tag then, and see what I feel like doing. Oh, you sent me an Instagram message. Thank you. Starting to think about a book out, book in kind of policy. I have to complete or give a book away before I get another one. Ooh, that's really cool. Michelle, I do like what you do, or what I saw you do in your live, where you were actually giving away books to other people. I really like that idea. So my question too to some of you guys. So I get sent, because I do a lot of these flip and reviews, I get sent a lot of books by these publishers. So And I always color a page out of them just before I show them, just to give you kind of my real perspective in regards to like what the book is like and things like that. Now, all of these books I do really like that I receive, but not all of them am I probably going to color in permanently. And as my collection has gotten bigger, it's really made me kind of evaluate, like, giving away some of them. The thing is, though, is it's like they're going to have a completed page in them. So my other question for you guys too, if I do a giveaway, so if I give away some of these books, do you guys, would that be like offensive? Would that be a big deal if I gave you a book that had a colored page in it? Let me know. Do you think people would like that or not like that, or would be offended or not offended? Because I don't want to just be like, oh, here's my thing I didn't want, here's a colored in book. But at the same time, like, if I'm not going to use it, I don't want to throw it away. I want to give it away. And I've given a lot of my family some books, and I think at this point they're like, please don't give me any more coloring books. Because you can only color in so many things. And so some of these books, like I said, like, especially if I feel like, maybe they're not going to be books that I color in longer term, or if I want to scale down, I'd rather give it to somebody who I think is actually going to enjoy it. And I feel like you guys are definitely ones that would obviously enjoy it the most and would actually use them. So let me know in the comments. Let me know if you would be okay with that, or if that's just maybe not a good idea. Just be honest with me. It's okay. You can say it's a bad idea, or you can say it's, not something you would be interested in. I can take it. I'm just curious. Because I also have a Buy Nothing group on my neighborhood Facebook page. We have kind of this Buy Nothing group. So if you're giving something away, instead of throwing it away, or maybe somebody won't take it for donation, like right now, a lot of places won't take a lot of things for donation because of COVID, you can just give it away to a neighbor. You post it on a Facebook page, and somebody wants to come and pick it up, they can pick it up. And so I was like, wouldn't it be nice if there were a colored, a way to do that, and to say, hey, here's a book I'm not interested in coloring in anymore. Is there anybody who would like this? There was even a when I was in cross stitching, there was actually a Facebook group that did this. I think, I forget, it was called Adopt a Whip. And so it was people who had worked on a project and then had stopped and lost interest in it. And so you could actually go on there and you paid the shipping for it, but obviously that was typically less than the cost of the actual supplies. And you could adopt it. Now, shipping is the other thing too, is shipping costs can also get to be exorbitant. A lot of times the shipping costs for things are more than the actual book itself, which is also what makes it a little bit challenging. So, I don't know. I just want to figure out a way to still use the books that I have, but at some point this year, just because of the publishers are just coming out with so much stuff. I mean, Color Questopia and Such Diva have filled up most of my book space already just with what they've published this year, so it's hard. Happy to get a book you've colored in. Great idea. Win-win. Oh, okay. Check with nursing homes, elementary school art classes. Oh, that's nice. That's a good idea. I wonder if they would take something, though, Michelle, that's used. I do know there are people in my neighborhood that are art people that would really enjoy it. Ooh, Valerie, your sisters are thrift shoppers and yard sale shoppers. Ooh, that's great. My question is, how does a publisher feel like Bubble Family, their Such Divas? I mean, to me, I think they're okay with it. What they're really wanting and what they really are gaining from sending the book is from the promotion on social media and YouTube. So, like I said, I honestly like their books. I don't accept a book from a publisher. I have actually turned down people because, or said I'm not interested in something, because if it's not something I know that I'm interested in coloring myself, I'm not going to review it. I don't want to give anybody a bad review. I don't want to be that person who is doing that. So what I decide to do is that I will tell the author or the publisher or whomever, you know, hey, like, no, I'm good. But at some point, my collection just gets so big that I just can't color in everything. I mean, I probably have enough coloring books now to basically last me a lifetime. And my kids are not old enough yet to really get to enjoy a lot of it. And so, and I know I still want to get more books. Like, I know there's some more things that I want to color in, but if maybe there's something I've lost interest in, or maybe just something that I just don't find myself that I gravitate to as much anymore, I'd rather somebody else that can really enjoy it have that gifted to them, um, than for it to just go, you know, just be pushed aside or given away. Media mail is the way to go with USPS, most cost effective way. Yeah, I need to do that. I used UPS last time I did my giveaway, and it was exorbitantly expensive. So my husband told me about media mail with US Postal Service, so I've got to look into that. Thank you, Michelle. I don't think it would be rude to ask that people really receptive to use books in my giveaway live stream. Yeah. 20 something books, that was around $50. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. And I would love to see people get it that really enjoy it, you know, that can really enjoy the books. So, and usually, like, most of them I only have 1 or 2 pages colored in. You know, the ones that I kind of color in constantly are probably ones that I'm keeping, because they have a lot of pages colored. I wouldn't want to give away something that I've got a lot of, you know, colored pages in. The thing is, too, is honestly, even throughout this year, and, you know, maybe as I color a little bit longer, I'll learn this even more, is that my tastes change. So, for example, like, you could not catch me coloring in a non-color by number book last year. And guys, I've only been coloring since September. It hasn't even been a full year that I've been doing like adult coloring, like, you know, intensely like I do now. But now I'm really drawn to non-color by number books. I still love my color by number. That's still gonna always be my go-to. But I do also really like my non-color by number books too. I'm kind of liking a combination of both. But yeah, only got so much shelf space, and honestly, I don't even have shelf space. All these books are sitting on my desk. They're organized, but I've only got so much space. And so I just feel like I'm not used to, you know, when I used to see people before, they're like, oh yeah, I have like 300 coloring books and stuff. I'm like, whoa, like, I can't even imagine getting to that point. I will well be on my way to over 100 this year, in books, for sure. And it was kind of the way with my cross-stitching stuff too. I got to the point where I had so much haul and so much stuff, and I have it actually sitting next to me in the little living space next to me. 1, 2, 3, 4 bins and a rolly cart full of cross-stitching stuff. Cross-stitching was my love. Man, I did cross-stitching for years, and I loved it. And that's how I knew I would like color by numbers, because all that is color by number, but with thread. You just have to have a little more patience. But I lost my stitchy bug when I got pregnant with my son. It used to make me nauseous to cross stitch. And so I lost my stitchy bug then, and then I never got it back. Part of it too is that for cross stitching you need a lot more patience. And I have a lot less patience after having 2 kids. Imagine that. Do you guys have any other hobbies? Can y'all tell me? Share with me. Share with me. Tell me, what are your other hobbies? Buy clear gesso, those Disney Vitro books, and you can use any medium on the page. Terry Lynn, so if I did clear gesso, can you use alcohol markers? Or is it more like water-based mediums? On those Disney Vitro books. I actually purchased some clear gesso and then canceled my order because there was somebody, I don't remember who it was. This was a long time ago. I was watching a video and somebody was using clear gesso there. And I was like, oh, I'll use that. And then I decided, like, no, I'm just too lazy. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to put it on my page and then let it dry and then, you know, all that stuff. Like, there's no. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. See, I knew I needed to trust Sachin because this is turning out really cool. I like the colors on here. They're like bright, bold primary colors. It's like a circus birthday. We're almost done. Then we're gonna add the good stuff. I'm gonna do some shading. I'm gonna do some stickles, and I'm just gonna hang out here still until I finish this page. However long it takes. I have no idea how long it's gonna take to upload to YouTube, but you know, it is what it is. I would test it first, but yes, I believe it'll work. Have y'all also tried the workable fixative and water marker trick? Like, have y'all done that? Because apparently the idea is, and Shayna showed this, if you use water marker and then, or you put workable fixative on the page and then you use water marker, apparently it doesn't streak as much. Shayna kind of demoed it, which was pretty cool, and it did look like, I mean, there is still some streaking, but it's not that bad. It's definitely a lot more tolerable than kind of what you see normally. Anybody have any other hobbies other than coloring? I want to know. I'm curious. Curious if other people have other creative outlets. Let's see. Gaming and reading are really it. Diamond paintings, gathering dust. Tried crocheting, cross stitching, didn't take. Clothing's really only anything that stuck 3 years. 3 years. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, cross stitching. I tried crochet. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and so what I didn't like about crochet was that your actual tension, so how tight you pull the thread together, can create a different look. And so my thread was always super tight because I guess I'm just a super stressful stitcher, and so I didn't like that. So I liked cross stitching because your tension doesn't really matter. I mean, you can pull the tension out of your thread and it, you know, you can make it look a hot mess sometimes if you pull way too hard, but it's really hard to mess it up. And cross stitching you can undo pretty easily, so if you make like a mistake or something, it's pretty easy to go back and fix it. I always wanted to be a quilter as well. Like, I've always wanted to do like really crafty things, but I'm not really good at it. My friend tried to teach me how to sew. I kind of 3/4 of the way made a skirt and was like, this is not worth it. So, I don't know. All right, let's see. Ooh, Meg, aren't you doing a, so you were talking about your Cricut. Aren't you, isn't one of your goals to do a Cricut video? I thought I saw that. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm super interested in that. 623. I'm always just like amazed, like looking at the Cricut machines and everything. I'm like, ooh, I always think like, ooh, I could do that. And I was like, that would be a really expensive hobby to get into and then to not like. So I've tried to stay away from that. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do. Isn't it basically like an embossing machine? So you can make like different things on, you know, like mugs or t-shirts or, you know, that kind of stuff. I have a ton of friends that are into that and love their Cricut. And I always thought that looked interesting. Especially since I wear t-shirts so often, you would think it would be kind of cool if I just made my own. But I don't know how cost effective it is. That stuff always looks really expensive. You have to make a lot of t-shirts to make it worth it. Audiobooks. Elizabeth, listening to books and Christian music. Ooh! Christian music. Elizabeth, who's your favorite? There's a new song that I've been listening to called Ways that I really like that's been playing on the radio lately. And I can't remember who sings it, but he's got long hair. I also love Torrin Wells And Jen, oh, what's Jen's last name? I forget what her last name is, but Jen Johnson are two of my favorites. My husband loves listening to Christian music, and so that is usually on at our house all the time. I was not a Christian music listener until we met, and then that's pretty much all he listens to, so we listen to the radio. My son's favorite song, and they play it in church all the time, is Famous For, the Jen Johnson and Torrin Wells song, and it's so random. I have no idea why my 3-year-old just loves that song, but he'll get in the car sometimes and he'll be like, I want to play Famous For. It's just kind of funny. Purple Warrior. Hey, how's it going? Ooh, Mercy Me. Oh, they're good too. Yeah, that's a not necessarily an oldie, but they're kind of an original. Yeah, Mercy Me is good. There's a couple songs that I like that they do. But they're a great band. My husband is also just super obsessed with Lauren Daigle. She's kind of gone a little bit more mainstream now, but he loves listening to her. So I always tease my husband that that's his second Lauren, or that's his second wife, because he loves her music so much. So we've been to a Lauren Daigle concert. We actually went to a Lauren Daigle concert I think the year before the pandemic started. So I think in 2019 is when we went. She came to Houston and we saw her. The only thing about Lauren Daigle is I always think about like how many bracelets she wears. That girl, she's got an interesting taste in clothes. She's very like, you know, she's one of those people, she's just gorgeous and she can kind of pull off anything, but she has a very kind of retro style of clothes. And she's always wearing like a million bracelets. And I just think about like how time consuming must it be to take all of those bracelets off and to put them all back on. Like that just seems exhausting. I would be so tired after taking all those bracelets off and putting them on. It's hard enough for me to just put a pair of earrings on in my rings and watch every day. I can't even imagine what that wardrobe must be like. And so do you think, does she shower with them? Does she sleep with them? Like I have lots of questions for her about her bracelets and her clothing choices. Just lots and lots of questions. Okay, I'm also a little bit worried because this bottom tier here on this cake, and y'all are just seeing my massive head, doesn't have a number, but every tier of this cake has a number 8. So I think I'm going to color that in brown. Normally, I'm going to trust the artist, but in this case, I feel like that was just an oversight because there's nothing that really makes sense about that bottom layer just being white. That's brown. That's got to be brown, right? Because that's brown, that's brown. I feel like that's got to be brown. We'll see. Let's see. Mercy me, mercy me. Oh, thank you, Purple Warrior. I can only imagine. Wasn't that made into a video, or not a video, a movie? There was a movie called I Can Only Imagine. And wasn't it like the real life about them? Like he has like some sort of amazing testimony or amazing story, I believe. I don't remember. And I did not, unfortunately, I did not see the movie. But something about him and his dad? I don't remember. And then my husband used to be big into, also when we first met back in the early 2000s, he was big into Jeremy Camp at the time too. And at our wedding, we had a Jeremy Camp song. Walk by Faith was a song that was sung at our wedding. Not necessarily a wedding song, but just a song we both really liked at the time. And so that's what was sung at our wedding. Seems like so long ago how we got married. Oh my gosh. Yeah, brown for sure. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I think it's got to be brown. So I'll go back and color that, and then we get to add some fun stuff in here. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's looking good. It's looking good. I knew I had to do a color by number because I'm like, to just try to color and talk at the same time is so hard. Are any of you coloring right now? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you're coloring. Oh my gosh, it's almost 3 o'clock, guys. We've been doing this for well over an hour, I believe. Can I even see how long this has been? No, I can't. It just says live. I have no idea how long we've been talking. But I'm enjoying getting to talk to you guys. I never really get to interact very much live. Some of you guys will message me on Instagram and say, hey, and I love that when that happens. I will say I'm not as good about doing it back. Like, I'm not as good about reaching out to other people just randomly and saying hi. Every once in a while I'll get in the mood to do that, but I'm not that great at that, and I'm sorry. But I try to always leave comments back if you leave a comment on my video, and try to say hi when I can and when I can remember. And because you guys are awesome, and I mean that. Like, the coloring community is just amazing and extremely supportive of each other. And yeah. Oh, this is gonna get rough trying to do this and not have my head on the camera. Sorry, guys. If you can see my head right now. Yes, you can. I did get my hair cut today, too. You probably can't tell because you're only seeing the end of it. And it's like super humid outside, so as soon as I walked outside, my hair just went crazy. One of the first rules of color tubing should be pull your hair back because I am horrible at getting my hair in the camera because I like to color like super up close. I feel almost like, so when I'm coloring on camera, it's so hard because I'm used to having like my face like right up next to the picture. just to like really see the line. I don't know. I guess I feel like I can see a little bit better when my head is really close to the picture. And so I'm so bad about that. Another reason why I don't like to do color in chats a lot is because I usually end up retaping it because my head is in the camera. One thing I wanted to do again too, but just haven't had the time to do, is that I did a video, I think my very very first color and chat was like a get to know the publisher. So I did this video with Eclipse Art Books. I sent them a list of questions just about their company and who they are, and just a way to kind of interact with the publisher and to kind of let people know a little bit more about them. Because at that point in time, they had just messaged, they were trying to kind of get their name out there. They had simply just reached out to me and just said, hey, are you aware that we have some books? You know, go check us out on Amazon. And I kind of got to chatting with them a little bit and kind of realized, you know, they were a small company, self-published company, and they were really struggling to kind of get their name out there and to gain some more, you know, gain some more audience. And so I said, you know, I have a very, very small color tube channel. I said, but, you know, I think it's always nice when people have an opportunity to connect with others and get to know you. It adds a little bit of kind of personal face to the name and stuff like that. And so I asked them, you know, would you mind like just answering a few questions, and then that way I can kind of get your name out there, color in your book, you know, just kind of just have an opportunity to get to know you. Well, that was a very, very well received video by both the publisher and by you guys. Y'all enjoy getting to know a little bit more about them. And so I want to do that again, but it takes a lot to coordinate all of that. So I was kind of thinking of doing it the two publishers that I have in mind. I talked to Sach and Sach Stiva a lot. He direct messaged me a lot on Instagram. We've become somewhat of friends. just through time as we've kind of talked. And so I thought about doing it with him. I don't know how he would feel about it, but I thought about asking him. Right now is probably not the right time, but thought about asking him. And I talked to Hazel with Color Questopia quite a bit. So I've asked her once before, and she was like, well, I don't know, because she's not like the artist. She like publishes the books, so I'd have to do it like a little bit different, I guess, with her. Whereas Sachin, he's the illustrator and the publisher. And he actually publishes for other artists as well, so his would be really interesting too. So I thought about doing that again. Oh yeah, that chocolate icing, does that look amazing? Does that look like so delicious? Okay, yes, we're on to the good stuff. On to the good stuff. We're going to add a lot of fun stuff to this cake. So that is the base layer of markers. So I used all these CaliArts. These are going back. And let's add some fun stuff. So I'm going to pull out my stickles. I'm going to pull out those pens I just told you that are amazing, and I'm gonna pull out jelly rolls. Jelly roll glaze. Jelly roll glaze. Okay. The real question is, do I want to do some shading? And I think I do. I think I do. And so what do I want to use to shade? Do I want to use colored pencil? Because that's also getting out a lot of stuff as well. I don't know what to do. You know what? We're not going to do a ton of shading. We're going to keep this real simple. We've been on live for a long time, Lauren, so just calm it down and just let's not do all the shading, because nobody wants to be on here for like 50 hours. Okay. Do I want to do gel pen first? Do I want to do glaze first? Let's do some gel pen. Let's do some gel pen. Okay, let's embellish. Ooh, you know what I also got? I'll show you guys, I'll spoil you guys with something else that I got recently. Like, and when I say recently, I mean literally today. Are these? I got these from the Dollar Tree. They're glitter markers. They were $1 for 2 of them. And so they come in different colors. You kind of have to shake them up a little bit, but they're great. They're great. I already tested them out a little bit. So let's try them. Let's try them on this page. You can actually see, I don't know if you can see on this like really disgusting looking page here. That's the silver. Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Let's do, here's a green. You want to do green first? Let's do green first. Let me just see, because I gotta get the nib going. This is one of those where you kind of have to press it down. But yeah, does anybody else have these? These were super cool. I've never used anything like this before. But I feel like, again, I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody use these on YouTube, and I wasn't able to go get some myself. So, yeah. Let's put this under here. And so we're going to do this on the green. And let's start from the top. Ooh. So pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. See, why not? I need to just have fun on my birthday and just do fun stuff. And if using glitter markers is just the thing to do, that is just the thing to do. Anybody else tried these? These are awesome. Terry Lynn, I have those. Yes. Oh, Michelle has them too. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. These are fantastic. These are fantastic. Yeah, these are great. For $1? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think I'm just going to do the little circles. So I have that one. I need blue. Ooh, gotta shake all these. Shake, 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 shake. Test them on some little tester paper over here. Yeah, these are great. These are by INC Glitter Marker, made in China. Yeah, these are great. I actually went to $2 trees for a couple different reasons. And I found these. I also found only at $1 tree. They didn't have them at both. Look at these cute puppy page markers. Those are so cute. I love them so much. I also went to Walmart recently and found these foil tabs. You know, they have these in like metallic. They had some holographic ones and things as well. Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker. I use those like foil tabs. I use those on my swatch pages and was like, I need to jazz it up a little bit. So yeah, so used those. I think I'm going to use some Jelly Roll glaze on the cake itself. And then it looks like I've got quite a few videos on ColorTube that I need to go watch. So I'm going to do just a little bit of jazzing some of this stuff up, and then I'm going to go because I want to watch some things on ColorTube. All right, let's see what else. Yellow. It looks like I need yellow and purple. Let's do purple next. And a little bit of orange. I have orange. Here's like 2 different kinds of yellow. And purple. And is that it for that? Yeah. And then I'm going to use the Jelly Roll glaze. Yeah, these are amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go to your Dollar Tree. I even looked like online for glitter markers. I didn't find any on Amazon that seemed to be that interesting to me. I don't know. If you know of some, let me know. Hit me up. Let me know. Yeah, these are pretty phenomenal. Oh, it's so satisfying watching the marker color go to the end of the tip. Why is that so mesmerizing? I don't know, are these wet after you? Not really. You guys are awesome for hanging around. Oh, hey, Jamie. There's Jamie. Hollow Taco Nails Danielle. Hey, Danielle. Y'all are not late to the party. Y'all are here right on time. I decided very, very, very last minute, like literally just minutes before I started this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live because I can. And it's one of the like very, very few times that I actually can go live because my kids aren't home. So you are here on time. Thank you for coming. Thank you. The cake picture is just kind of a casual picture. We're just doing all the fun stuff now. I'm trying to add some glitter and Jelly Roll glaze and all the fun stuff. I just got these glitter markers from the Dollar Tree today, and so I decided I was going to try them out, and they're phenomenal. And I know, Jamie, you know all the things from the Dollar Tree. I see you get your Dollar Tree hauls and stuff, so I'm sure you know about these. But these are great. Oh, these are fantastic. These are, I think, the first time I've seen them at my Dollar Tree. And they didn't have very many colors, but when I went to the Dollar Tree across town today, I just decided to stop in and found them, and I love them. They're great. I'm going to add this also to the stars up here. Yes. I'm going to add them here as well. My birthday cake has got to have some bling on it. We're going to do this. You have the original 6. There's an original 6, Danielle? I didn't know there were even new colors. This must have been a thing that's existed for a while. I had no idea. I had no idea. Is this orange or red? This looks red. This looks orange. This is like a super, super bright orange. Yeah, they all just kind of dry silver glitter, I guess, is kind of what they end up looking like. Okay. All right. That's all I'm going to do there. Okay, so now let's do some Jelly Roll Glaze. This color here, I always keep feeling it looks like a brown, but I think it's a red. That's a red. What is this color? Are you brown? Whoops, you still have a tip. That's more of a brown color. It's like a deep orange. So Danielle, I got all of the Jelly Roll Glaze colors because I went a little crazy and I wanted to. And I love them so much. I have used my Jelly Roll Glaze a ton and have just like thoroughly enjoyed them. So thank you for introducing me to their amazingness. Crayola glitter marker. Crayola has some glitter markers? Jamie! I need to see those in action. I didn't know they had glitter markers. Wait, maybe I did. Did Nikki and Niagara show them? I feel like Nikki showed them. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go check those out. I did not remember that Crayola had glitter markers. I've never seen them in stores, at least. Maybe you have to just get them online? I don't know. Okay, so now that that's all kind of like wet, and I did that totally in probably the wrong order. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, what I love about these Jelly Roll Glaze pens is that they color like in this wide band, so they really show up nicely. They almost add shading to your picture. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm getting a whole new wave of people on. Hello everybody. We're doing some coloring. I'm coloring my birthday cake. What is everybody's favorite birthday cake flavor? I'm curious. I always want to know. If I had to have a birthday cake, or if I have a birthday cake, I am a chocolate cake and yellow frosting kind of girl. That's my birthday cake of choice. My husband also makes so my husband, if you guys don't know this, he went to culinary school. So he is technically a chef and he loves to cook. He's not a huge baker, but he loves to cook. And he also makes a bomb German chocolate cake, which I absolutely love. That's what he usually makes me for my birthday. This year has been so busy, I don't know that he's making any cake for his birthday, but for my birthday. But we're going to go out to eat and we're going to go celebrate. He booked us a reservation at a really nice restaurant in Houston, so we're going to go celebrate that. Gosh, I am so sloppy. It is so hard. How do you guys do these color and chats all the time? Because normally while doing this, I would have this book like up to my face. Okay, chocolate cake with buttercream icing. Yes. I'll have to look up a review on Crayola glitter markers. Oh, and they have metallics too, Jamie. Jamie, are the metallic markers as good as the, because I'm guessing they're water-based, so they don't go through? Pretty dull. White cake with white buttercream. Michelle! White cake with white buttercream. Come on. Spice it up a little bit. Strawberry cake, strawberry buttercream is a close second. Okay, that's acceptable. Cannoli cake, I usually end up with those giant cookie cakes. Oh, cannoli cake, like, what do you mean cannoli cake, Danielle? Is that like the one like that rolls up like the white cake with like the jelly on the inside, kind of like a big Swiss cake roll, or are you talking about like actual cannolis? German chocolate, yeah, German chocolate. Bye, Valerie. Thanks for stopping by. I'm really big into chocolate. Chocolate is kind of my go-to for all things. Okay, next question. Food-related question as well. What is your favorite, like, do you have like a favorite Little Debbie snack? So like, especially if you were like mostly a 90s kid, like I was born in 87, but really grew up in the 90s, like Little Debbie's were like the thing back then. And I'm just saying that because talking to Danielle just kind of reminded me. So I loved like the Swiss cake rolls and the oatmeal cream pies. Those were nostalgic to me in my childhood. We always had those around, and those were always a thing. My husband likes the what are they, the honey buns? And he also really liked, I don't know if these are all Little Debbie or not, or if they're Hostess. He also really loves Nutter Butters. That was also his big thing. And if you don't like Little Debbie's, do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie flavor? I'm just curious. I'm gonna know all the food things. Okay, let's see. I need a cake. Sorry about the cake. It's my birthday, so I want to talk about cake. Carrot cake, Elizabeth. Okay, you're like my husband. My husband likes carrot cake, and he likes like spice cakes. That's like his thing. Elizabeth, were you born in the fall? Swiss cake rolls or oatmeal cream pie? Yes, Michelle, we are soul sisters. Swiss cake rolls, oatmeal cream pie. Yes, yes, yes. Oatmeal cream pies, and their butters. Yes. First gift I ever gave Sam was a box of zebra cakes. See, I'm telling you, Little Debbie's has a way to crawl into your soul. I feel like there's probably something that they put in those when we were much younger that has made us like addicted to them. There is something so nostalgic to me about Little Debbie's, just because I feel like if you were in the 90s, like, and if you lived during that era, which most of you guys, probably all of you guys have, there was just something about them. They were special. And it's one of those things too, like I feel like so Danielle, you mentioned like cookie cakes. So I had a cookie cake. My cousin, it was her birthday. This was like quite a few years ago. And they got her a cookie cake for her birthday. And my husband and I were like, oh man, I haven't had a cookie cake in like forever. Like that looks so amazing. We cut into the cake, we eat it. It was gross. It was disgusting. It tasted awful. Not a fan anymore. It's like one of those things, like when you're younger, you just think they taste really good, but then as you get older, you're like, no. Nope. So I have to laugh because there was, when I did my coloring space tour, I showed my snacks that I have, which are my two snacks that I have at my desk are my Dots pretzels, which are like my go-to, like love, love, love them. They are like a spicy pretzel. They're not spicy, but they're very garlicky, and they're like addicting. So I have those at my desk all the time. And then I have some chocolate covered pretzels. And those are the two snacks that I usually have on my desk. I don't eat them while I'm coloring usually. They're usually if I don't have lunch while I'm working. And so there was somebody who commented on my video, and I had to laugh because she commented and she said, "Don't eat all those snacks. It'll make you fat." And that was the comment she left me on my YouTube video. And I thought about it for a couple of days. I was like, am I going to get offended by this? Am I going to let this get to me? And so then finally I just decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to comment back. And so I just said, too late. I'm like, dude, I'm not a skinny mini. I don't probably eat like the healthiest of snacks. I felt it was a rude comment, but at the same point in time, I'm like, you know what? She has a right to say what she wants to say. And I'm just going to make light of it. People are funny. People sometimes feel on the on social media just the ability to say anything to anybody, and it just astounds me sometimes how just crazy people can get. Ooh, Thin Mints. See, Thin Mints are not my thing. I don't understand the mint chocolate thing. Hey, Michaela. Ooh, Girl Scout cookie connoisseur. Yes. Road trips, out running errands, gas station. Yeah, man, I feel like road trips are like the key component to a snack situation. I feel like that's, no holds barred, like you have full permission, get you some snacks. Anybody here from Texas? I think somebody's from Texas that's on here that knows about Buc-ee's. And I think they have something very similar in other states. So there are these like infamous gas stations in Texas, and they're called Buc-ee's, and it's way more than just a gas station. So they have like 20 different stalls to fill up with gas, and then they have this massive convenience and novelty store. So they've got all sorts of different novelty Texas gifts, local Texas memorabilia and things like that you can get. And then like this massive deli. They are known for their fudge. They have all sorts of different types of fudge. They have, you can get hot barbecue. You can get all sorts of stuff. And they have really, really nice bathrooms. So they're all like these massive individual stalls with like hand sanitizer. They're kept super, super clean. And so if you are road tripping in Texas, which Texas is a massive state, if you're road tripping, most people know that Buc-ee's is like the place to stop. And usually while you're driving any place in Texas, you will see signs all along the freeways, all the major freeways that say 20 miles to the next Buc-ee's, 30 miles to the next Buc-ee's, etc. Like it's a thing. And so when I think about snacks, I think about Buc-ee's because they have every single snack that you could ever imagine. They do a lot of their own snacks. So like if you like certain potato chips, they'll usually have their own brand of that kind of potato chip, or, different types of spice nuts, or, whatever. So Buc-ee's is like a really, really cool place. Oh, Michaela, yeah, you live in the Fort Worth area. You probably know about Buc-ee's then. Oh, and Meg, you're in Fort Worth. How did I not know you were in Fort Worth? Danielle, your family used to be in Beaumont? Yeah, that's just east of where I am. Oh, you live in Granbury. Yeah. Granbury's not too far from Dallas. Fort Worth area. Fort Worth is great. It's been a little while since I've been. Obviously I've gone and visited the stockyards in Fort Worth, which is awesome. What I love about Fort Worth is it's kind of got that small town feel. But it's really close to Dallas. So like if you want to go big city and you want to go to Dallas, you can. But Fort Worth has that small town feel. It's got that feel like, if you walk downtown, you can go into the bars and hear the live music. It's a really beautiful, y'all have a really, really beautiful downtown too. Like Houston, we've got a really trashy downtown. But I mean, nobody really comes to Houston to come like visit Houston. Like Houston is a business city and a food city. So people are here to eat or do business, and that's pretty much it. You don't really come to Houston to see anything other than the rodeo. I will say we have a bomb rodeo. It's been canceled recently due to COVID and all of that, just sadness, but really we do have a phenomenal rodeo when it does occur. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is definitely something, if you are visiting Texas, come during spring break. It's usually during March that we have it open. It has been canceled these past 2 years. But it's usually during March, and it is like something you've never seen before in your life. It is huge. You can spend a full day there. There is shopping. You can see the traditional livestock shows. So you can see all of the, if you want to see, the cows showed and sold and stuff, you can. There's all sorts of exhibits to learn about the animals and stuff. The Houston Livestock Show was a really big part of my upbringing, and so it is definitely worth seeing. But Dallas also always has a really, really big state fair that's pretty awesome. I've never been, but really want to go. It's just so dang hot. It's so hot. Okay. Lived in Houston most of my life. Oh yeah, Meg, I did know you used to live in Houston. Yeah, the Houston Rodeo. Yeah, the Houston Rodeo is amazing. Okay, so also funny fact about me. So, the reason the livestock show and rodeo is really big in my life too is because we used to show animals in the livestock show and rodeo. So, I'm not a cowgirl. I never claimed to be a cowgirl. Honestly, like cowboy themed stuff and everything, other than like wearing jeans and t-shirts and stuff. Um, not really my vibe. I'm really honestly a city girl. Um, so we used to, though, me and my family, my parents used to think it was a good idea before getting the commitment to own a dog or a cat. So we're going to come for full circle in our conversation. Before making the commitment to own a pet, they decided that we would own guinea pigs, which are like large hamsters. Really cute little things, but we decided to start showing them. And my parents actually, my dad was a judge in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And when I say show them, is that we bred them and then we would take them to local shows. And like you would show a dog, you show a guinea pig. Now, I didn't have them on like a little leash and like prance them around or anything like that because I know there's pictures going through your mind right now that are probably somewhat hysterical, but I didn't do that. But we would breed them and then they would kind of be checked out and they would get kind of a score for, I don't know, various things like their color and different things like that. And yeah, we competed in like professional shows. So yeah, that's a little fun fact about me that you probably didn't know or care to know about. Michaela, I'll person you having spine surgery Thursday. Oh my gosh, Michaela. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're definitely going to pray for you because that's a big deal. Ooh. Whoops. That's a really, really big surgery. That's a really big surgery. But I know everything's going to go really well. What part of is it your cervical spine? Fusing my neck, I'm guessing it's your cervical spine. They're fusing. My dad had lumbar spine fusion with 2 discs a couple years ago, and he did pretty well after surgery. Took him a little while to get up and walking, maybe a couple weeks of recovery, and then he's done really, really well since then. I'm sure if you're having that done, though, Michaela, you've probably been in a lot of pain. They don't usually do those surgeries without a lot of consideration and a lot of physical therapy and, other treatments that you will have tried beforehand. So hopefully this surgery will be a nice answer for you to help relieve some of that pain. I've never had, the only type of pain that I've ever had chronically is that I get migraines. And so I've had chronic migraines since I was 18 years old. We get them 2 to 3 times a week, but fortunately, through the blessing of modern medicine, there have been a lot of great treatments out there. So I take an injection once a month. I self-inject. This is a small little injection, kind of like taking insulin. And I take that, and my migraines go away. So I used to be on a lot of medication, but fortunately, not anymore. So for those of you who deal with any type of chronic pain or chronic health issue, whether that be physical or mental, my prayers are with you. Obviously, as a nurse, I've seen a lot of that and know the toll that it takes on your lives. Okay. Oh yeah, Michelle, you were imagining the leash. I knew you were imagining the animals on a leash. That's crazy. So, I'll tell you a little bit too, since it is Nurses Week coming up here soon. I'll tell you a little bit about as we kind of work on finishing this up. I'll tell you a little bit about my nursing background. So I graduated, when I went into nursing school, what I always thought that I wanted to do was I wanted to be a school nurse because I had such an awesome school nurse in high school. I used to think that that was the type of nursing that I wanted to do. Also, it was the only type of nursing I was ever really exposed to. Um, so I don't have any other nurses or anything in my family. My mom is the only other medical professional in our family, and she is a radiation therapist. So she works with cancer patients that need radiation therapy. And then, so I became a nurse because my mom convinced me to do that, because she told me that I could do anything if I was a nurse, that I could work in any type of environment, and that was the best decision that I ever made, because she's absolutely right. If you have kids that know that they want to be in the medical profession, nursing is a great profession to be in. It is always in demand. There are always people looking for nurses. It pays very, very well, and you can work in any type of job you want to. So I don't even work at the bedside anymore. But I did when I started off my career. I went through nursing school. I decided very quickly I didn't want to be a school nurse, and I decided I wanted to go and work at the bedside. Honestly, they kind of push you, like when you're in nursing school, they want you to kind of work at the bedside and kind of get your experience there. So I was kind of pushed in that direction. And so I decided, well, I was going to do one of two things. I was either going to, go into labor and delivery, or I was going to go into cardiovascular intensive care. Like, go just crazy, or just, kind of like what to be expected. So I decided, my teacher convinced me to go into cardiovascular intensive care and work in CVICU, because she felt like, hey, if you can do that, you can do anything. And she was absolutely right. So I started off my career in cardiovascular intensive care. And then after that, I moved into, after I kind of got burnt out for that, I did that for a little over a year. I went into marketing and worked at a long-term acute care facility. And what I would do is I would help screen people for the facility, and then I did a lot of family education on, like, what to expect when your family members in the facility. I did tours, things like that. That was a really, really fun job, because I still got to use my license and practice, but in more so educational ways that kind of help the families and things like that. So that was really fun. And then after that, I went into case management. And so I have done case management since then. And that has become my absolute love. And so that focuses on things like discharge planning and, helping people get equipment or nursing services at home. And also utilization management, which focuses on getting hospital payment for services that are rendered during a hospital stay, like basically advocating with the insurance company and saying, hey, no, please pay for so-and-so's visit to the hospital. Here's the medical reasons why they should have been here and they could have been at home, kind of a thing. And I do that now. And I manage now a group of nurses who've done that. I did my master's degree, completed that, and I now work in leadership and love it. Love the group of nurses I work with. They're fantastic, very, very bright individuals, and love what I do. And I work for a children's hospital, which is even more fun, because we just have fun with things all the time. I'm afraid to set my hand on this because that jelly roll glaze is still kind of wet. I did this in kind of a really bad order. Okay. See you. Man, you guys are still on here after listening to me chat this whole time. Okay, let's see here. Somebody was asking me about embellishing earlier, and I just, honestly, I don't really have, like, going into it, I don't usually have, like, a idea of exactly what I want to do. I kind of just wing it. But I know for some people, this is, like, their favorite part. This, for me, like, in a color and chat, is my favorite part, is watching the process where all the glitter and all the fun stuff is added. Jamie, we were talking about you earlier, if you're still on here, and about your amazing use of water-based markers and how you always make it look so good. Like, I don't know how you do that. It is amazing. We were talking about, we all watched your video, your this or that to tag, and you had all of the, you were kind of doing your Erie page and about how amazing you were making that look and how easy you were making that look just with like crayons and stuff, and it looked amazing. You have a good taste in colors. Yeah, those crayons, I'm like on the fence about whether or not I want to get those crayons. Like, I don't need any more crayons. I have crayons, but you make them sound so good. Like, they're like so much smoother and so much better than just Crayola crayons. Okay. We're getting close, guys. I feel like I'm kind of reaching my maximum here on this page. I've added all the things, I feel like, almost. This will be my second cake page that I've colored. Oh, and this, I didn't even think about it, Jamie. This meets your prompt for birthdays. And happy birthday to Jamie, too. It's also Jamie's birthday later this month, so happy birthday to you. Just telling everybody that was on here earlier, happy birthday that had made birthdays. Seems to be a very, very popular month for a birthday. What do you guys think? Is there anything else that I need to add more of? I think she may be complete. Look, ta-da! Yay, we made it. We made it. All right, so thank you so much, all of you, for joining me for my very first live. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. This has really been a phenomenal birthday because of you being here with me. Even though we can't be here in person, it's really cool. Really cool that we can connect via live. Thank you all for your comments, your support, watching my videos. I've got a massive mess of things to clean up, but this was all worth it in the end, and this page will be extra special to me because of you. So thank you all very, very much. I hope that you all have a great rest of the week. I will see you again soon if I can figure out how to turn off live. Bye, guys. Let's see. How do we turn off live? We're going to figure this out together. All right. Okay.